Hello, everybody, and welcome into the program. It's time now for us to talk with our CEO, General Manager Britt with us this morning, and glad to have you here. We always come on here once a month and talk about what all's happening at Fayetteville Public Utilities, and we have a lot going on.
We do, Don.
One big thing we got going on is a lot of people have gotten letters from us about the new broadband grant. It's going to be basically on the east side of the county.
That's correct. And, be sure to fill out the surveys, get them back into us. And that gives us an idea who is interested in the broadband. And because we have to turn all that information into the state, and that helps us qualify for more grant money if we can get everybody to participate.
Yeah, surveys should have arrived, and you can return the survey to us by letter, or you can do it online as well. And we're getting a lot of those in, and we're sorting through those. The name of the grant is the Tennessee Emergency Broadband Fund, the Tennessee Emergency Broadband Fund American Rescue Plan, which you and Kim have been working to get this organized. And if this comes through, which we hope it will, we'll be covering pretty much the whole county.
Pretty much. If we can get if we can get a lot of the grant money, I mean, there's a lot available right now, and we turn in everything that, to the northeast part of the county that we felt like that we could build into. Mm-hmm. But, it's under the same rules and restrictions. If there's another provider there, we can't use grant money to go in that area.
Looking at some of the surveys that have come back, it's amazing how many people have virtually no internet, and you wouldn't think, I guess people are connected somehow or another, whether that be cell phone or a small amount of internet, but this internet that we're building is fiber to the home, which is really high tech and the best you can get at the moment.
Right now, that is correct.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. We hope to get your surveys in. We got till March 1st to do that, which is just around the corner. We're already into the last week of February, Britt. The year's already creeping on through.
Well, it's been a very busy year. It was a very busy this past year going into the new year. And we do have a lot going on. And, we're trying to get more prepared of what we're going to be able to offer as far as new technology. Because that's the future. It's going to be all new technology, and that's the direction that everybody's heading. Even with your electric vehicles, we have to be more prepared for a smart grid when it comes to charging all these electric vehicles that they're talking about coming out with. And the grid has to be upsized to some degree, even all the way back through with TVA, and they're working on that as well.
Yeah. One thing about that is, when we talk about the connectivity, I'm assuming we've already got connectivity to the substations, to virtually every house, because that's how we read in their bills, through the, what do you call that, the
advanced meter
infrastructure, yeah, AMI, yeah. So tell everybody how that works and what fiber to the home is going to help there as well, I'm assuming.
Well, you can get all your readings to come back into the office, and that's helped us out quite a bit, but it gives more information, like if you had a water leak on the water side, or if you got excess usage, we'll try to get in contact with the customer, let them know ahead of time, you might want to be looking for something else because we show that it's abnormal readings, and those kinds of things. But, it's very advanced, and it's going to get to where it's more advanced in the future. And when we talk about new technology, anything you read or see these days, you'll see that everything's going to be based on technology just about, and some ways that's good, and some ways I don't know if it's all good.
I know, yeah. Well, one thing we've had, Britt, is some extremely cold temperatures, and when you have this kind of temperature extreme like that, the bills are just naturally going to go higher because it costs more to keep a house, comfortable.
Well, sure it is, and we've had some cold temperature days. We had some days where the wind was blowing pretty good, and it even made the chill that much more, and the bills are going to be up, and all the meters are calculated right at 100%. If you feel like that you've been misread or miscalculated, please let us know, and we'll come out and check it to be sure that it is what it is. Or if it's not, we'll do an adjustment and get it back where it needs to be.
If these kind of high bills are a problem, we have this program called budget billing. You can do it on natural gas and electric to offset some of the peaks, and that helps some folks kind of keep their bills somewhat level.
Well, a lot of times it does. If you're on a fixed income, if you get your Social Security checks or what it may be, at a certain time of the month and those kinds of things, and it helps those people out.
Right. And you can also check the Smart Hub app and review your usage, and you can compare to previous years, so you'll get an idea what even if you keep your thermostat on the same, it just works harder. Your unit's going to work harder to keep the house cold or warm when it's cold outside.
Yeah, when it's cold outside, that heat pump's going to run, and whatever kind of heat sources that you use, it's going to increase that demand. And, as it warms up, which it takes care of itself, but when it's really, really cold, if you cut that thermostat, if you want it 70 degrees in the house, that means it's going to push it to get you 70 degrees in the house.
I hear them advertising on the radio. The South Central Human Resources have this LIHEAP program. You might explain how that works.
Well, the best way is just to call LIHEAP and get information from them, see how you qualify.
Right.
And they'll help you out any way they can to help pay the bills.
Right. So South Central Human Resources has that, and the program's called LIHEAP, and hopefully that will help you out. Britt, y'all doing some work? The electric guys are doing some overnight work, or they were last week anyway. Explain what they're doing along the Huntsville Highway and why they're working at night.
Well, we had to call off the work a little bit in that location because of materials. We couldn't get enough material in, and now we're back and got some more material where we hope that we can start pulling conductor. And we have some more pole changes we had to do at night so we don't interrupt the businesses, when they're running during the day. And so right now we're pulling out a smaller rope, and then we'll get ready to pull out what we call a bull rope. And then we'll start pulling conductors in, all the way down through the Huntsville Highway, which is a very tedious. Anything of the work of trying to do what we're doing right now with everything staying hot because we can't cut the power off, is very, very dangerous, and it's very, very tedious. And I just ask anybody running up down the Huntsville Highway, please be very, very cautious about what's going on, because when we start pulling that conductor in, we got big machines running, and with the traffic you can't hardly hear anyway.
Right.
So just please give us all your help and support till we get this job finished.
So are you saying you're putting larger conductor down through there?
We're putting larger conductor. That's what this job plan is we're upsizing the conductor. Been there for many, many years, and conductor wire is just like pipes in the ground. It deteriorates over time, and it can do that. But some of the additional load that we've been picking up down the Huntsville Highway, it will take care of that for a long time down the road.
Yeah. Well, it's good that we're doing that overnight to keep businesses running and that kind of thing. And I'm sure we got a little ways to go. But you mentioned material. How hard is it to get? I know people already know that materials are hard to get, but in your case, some materials take almost a year to get.
Well, right now, some of the material that we order is out more than a year.
Uh-huh.
And, it's just like if you have people building subdivisions, if it's underground, and if it takes transformer vaults, that the transformer's set on, we might have enough in stock, but we can't give you our stock. We'll try to help as much as we can, but we can't set transformer vaults out there in the ground and you're not ready to set a transformer on it yet, or you got a house being built. That's what we're having to come to make a decision, and I know some utilities already is not going to set you a transformer until you got a permanent residence. Mm-hmm. And that all goes back to what you got in stock or what you can get, because you can use your stock up in no time, mm-hmm. and then you're not going to be able to get anything. So we're having to be very cautious about how we get material out in the field. And, it might get worse before it gets better. But right now, we cannot control that. If we call and order transformers, and some of them now are saying, you can't get them. Mm-hmm. We can't quote them. It might be 2 years, those kinds of things. And, so we have to be sure that with the limit that we have, we're going to use it the best that we can use it.
As we're heading into stormy weather time, February, March, and April, or some of our, in mine and your time here, is probably some of the worst tornadic kind of activity. How do you prepare for that? I mean, you got to kind of be prepared, but you can't be prepared for everything.
Well, you can't have the supplies in hand like what you used to. It's just like the big tornado that hit up toward Kentucky, and a lot of the supplies went up there because they was almost rebuilding the entire area where the tornado went through. but you know, you can only get what you can get. We try to keep things on order. If we get material in, we're already got another order in before that time. But it's getting hard to come by, and it's not just electric. You know, it's on the gas side, it's on the water side, it's on the fiber side. And right now, with all this grant money out there, for an example, you know, on the fiber side, everybody's going in for that grant money, and everybody's ordering fiber. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it makes a big difference of what your supply is that you can get your hands on.
Yep. When it comes to the grant, you know, the government's getting those opportunities out there, and I'm sure there's a lot of places other than just Lincoln County, like you say, getting a lot of fiber, and we're getting a lot. It's amazing how much fiber that came in just for the Southwest build. That was a huge build for us, but this next build will be maybe twice the size.
Yes,
of that.
It's about 3 times bigger than what we've been building. So, you know, we got to get it done in a deadline time.
That's
and,
right, yeah.
You know, and a lot of that's going to be based on the material again. You know, it's just like anything else that we're doing. Mm-hmm. You know, some of those time periods might have to be extended, but again, because we have no control over the supply.
Right. Well, we want to encourage people to go to our website and see what all is going on here at FPU, and also the writing contest for the students is coming up for the juniors. The contest will be for high school juniors, and they turn their papers in by March 1st, which is coming around the corner, and scholarships will be awarded this year for that, and that's a good program that you've been involved in for a long time, Britt, and also the SUB. We have a very good student utility board that meets once a month here, and that's a program I know you're proud of.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, we got several other things. When I talk about technology, we're working right now to get a quick charge station. We did qualify for that for the TVA. The board to have that in the board meeting tomorrow to see which direction they want to move. And then I also been working on information for an electric school bus. You know, a lot of folks are looking at that and venturing into that to some degree, and we're trying to get all that information together and, you know, see what becomes available there.
Very good. Wow. You got a lot going on. You got a board meeting this week, and I know you're proud that we have a very supportive board that helps keep us moving forward.
Oh, absolutely. If you know, you got to keep moving forward. You really don't have a choice. Well, I guess you do have a choice, but you don't want to go backwards. No, that's for sure. Of all the accomplishments that we've had, so you know, the board to make sure that we keep moving and doing the right thing and keeping it all positive.
That's right. Anything else?
Not that I'm aware of.
You had a lot of notes on your Breakfast Club, no? You said you was going to ask me questions, and you better not, because I won't have any answers.
Okay. So. Well, I figured that out when we got started.
When we got started, that's right. That's why I'm asking the questions. All right. Well, we appreciate you talking to us, and appreciate you your leadership, and we're looking forward to what the future holds, because it's looking good. We got a lot going on, and got a lot of good employees here, and proud to be a part of this organization.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right. Our CEO, General Manager, Britt Dye, has been our guest today, and we will be. You can watch any of these programs through our website. You can also go to our YouTube channel and any of our social media as well. So we appreciate you watching here on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6, and I'll talk to you next time.